Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is whimreaper. Today we're going to be making 3 Sims in Create a Sim, and they are all best friends who are thrifting buddies who decided to room together. So we're making 3. This one is named Grace, and her style is a vintage thrift style. And you might be able to tell that she's very loosely based off of Rachel Makesy, I think. I don't know how to pronounce her last name. But I loved watching her videos lately, so I decided to make her a little bit inspired by that YouTuber, if you know who she is. If you don't, check her out. It's just Rachel Makesy on YouTube. But yeah, anyway, we're gonna give her red hair, and we're going with a style that would normally be used on like Sims of Color, but I think that it just worked the best because if you know kind of that Cocker Spaniel type style that they wore in the 40s, it represented that the best, and all the other hairstyles were just too modern for what I think this Sim would wear. So just imagine like she's curled up the bottom of her hair, but the rest of it would be straight, and I think that if you look close enough at it, that's a possibility. So anyway, we're going to be putting her in a vintage style, like I said. For each of the Sims we do the everyday outfit and the formal outfit, but I do the rest off camera, and I'm also thinking about doing the apartment that they share together in a very similarly thrifty type style, like where things won't necessarily match, and they kind of have their own spaces decorated with their own styles, and each of them has a very different style from each other, so I think that was fun to do. I think the one I struggled the most with is the next Sim. Her name's Marissa, and I think you'll kind of see why. There's just not that much stuff in the Sims that I felt like suited the style that I was going for without it looking too intentional, because these Sims are picking up their outfits at the thrift store, right? Like, I pictured Grace as being extremely picky, and that's why her outfits look more put together, but the other 2 Sims, I wanted to kind of be those stereotypical thrifty girls where they see something they like and they buy it and they put it in an outfit whether or not it necessarily goes. So if you're thinking that their outfits are mismatched or that they're kind of gross, it's not completely unintentional. Like, I wanted them to look good, but I didn't want them to look like they'd been styled. I'd like them to look like they had a style and that they chose it themselves. So yeah, I went with a really vintage look with Grace's makeup, obviously, because she's the vintage one. And I really like just how she looks with the darker lipsticks and stuff. But I gave her a little bit of a lighter one on her everyday. So yeah, for her, I make her, I think, a creative Sim, ambitious, and good? I'm not necessarily sure. Oh, an art lover. So yeah, that would play out in the speed build if I decide to do one. I really love her formal outfit. This one you can definitely tell is inspired by Rachel Makesy if you watch her. If you know about her, she wore a black dress to the Nick's Face Awards, and this is definitely inspired by that because her look was just flawless. It was old Hollywood kind of style. Now this outfit looks a little bit less like you could find it at a thrift store, but also at the same time, if you went to a little bit more upscale or like more expensive thrift stores, you'd probably still be able to get something like this, so that's why I chose it. And just a simple necklace. So yeah, these 3 I think would be kind of like thrifting buddies, like I said, so that's how they would have met, but now they're roomies. So I think it would be kind of interesting to incorporate them in a Let's Play eventually, because I think that them discovering this journey together, where they're not only just like going out shopping all the time, but they're also just having at-home relationships with one another, I think that would be really fun. But yeah, I'm super happy with how Grace turned out, and we're moving on to Marissa. Now, Marissa, I decided to go with a boho style, which is kind of popular on Pinterest. It's not very super thrifty, but it's definitely a style that is easy to thrift, because although there are things that you'll find in a thrift store if you've ever gone that are like sort of boho, you can make it work just by having like one really boho accessory, like that kind of thing. So I pictured her just like picking up a bunch of long skirts, flared pants, that kind of thing, and then mixing it with accessories to make it look more outdoorsy, kind of. And she does love the outdoors. I think her aspiration is gardening. I decided to make her a blonde because it just, I don't know, it just totally made sense to me that she would like bleach her hair or would be like sun bleached or something. That's just kind of what I picture when I picture a boho sim, and she is very stereotypical. I think they're all kind of stereotypical. To be honest, the last sim, Sheree, is the least stereotypical, and I think she's my favorite for that reason, but these other two were just a bit of fun. So yeah, I'm just doing this kind of as a break in between more serious videos. It's kind of similar to my random genetics challenge. Look out for that one. That should be coming soon or should already be out. I'm not entirely sure, depending on my video posting schedule. And yeah, I could not decide whether to give her like a long dress or to do a top and a bottom, but then I thought it would look more thrifted if it was a top and a bottom, because it could be a little bit mismatched while still working together, and that's kind of the thrift look, is like you have a selection and you have to make it work. Like you can't choose like out of a million colors of the same top. You just find a top and it might not be the exact right color. So I looked through this one and I thought that none of them really went, but the first one did kind of, without it looking like it was intended to go with this outfit. Like I said, like it's supposed to look like she kind of like grabbed a few things, put it together into the style. And I thought that elephant necklace was perfect. I've definitely seen stuff like that at the thrift store all the time. And yeah, her name is Marissa, like I said. Marissa Milligan, I think. Yeah. And yeah, I made her active. Oh no, she doesn't love the outdoors. She's a vegetarian. Okay. And I don't remember the last trait I give her. I wanted to make her unique. Oh yeah, I made her clumsy because I didn't want her to just be like a perfect hippie sim. I wanted her to be kind of a little more goofy. And her formal look definitely looks like she was shopping in like the bridesmaid section of Value Village, if you know what I'm talking about, where they have like usually like one or two racks just full of extremely formal dresses that you would wear to like a wedding or something. So I don't know, I kind of picture this as either she is a bridesmaid and this has been picked out for her, or she went to that section so her formal look is a little bit like too over formal because she couldn't find anything that went with her style otherwise, like that kind of thing. And that's what I love about these sims, is that they're not perfect. It doesn't make sense what they're wearing all the time, and it doesn't always go perfectly. And now this is Sheree. She's the last sim, and I make her style kind of 70s, kind of more thrifty than the other two, because the other two looked a little almost too intentional, whereas she looks like she's found some sort of vintage yet still modern items where like you would expect someone to be wearing it in like the 80s, and like you'd see a lot of it in a thrift store, whereas the other two would probably have to be quite choosy about which items they would go with, because there wouldn't be a whole lot of selection for them. But I love her style the most, Sheree's. I wish I could pull off this type of style. I think it goes really well with her darker skin tone because she has kind of a colorful style. And I go with this short hair, or no, this one. Ugh, I don't remember. I do not know. That one. Okay, this short hair we go with. Sort of a pixie style, but also a little bit boyish, which I think works with the 70s vibe pretty well. And yeah, I give her this custom content jacket, and I do use a lot of custom content, like skin overlays and stuff in this. If you want to go download it so that you can have their full outfits, then I will leave a link in the description for my Tumblr. Everything is reposted on there. It should be fairly easy to find. I only repost things that are in my game, never anything like miscellaneous, so all of this should be easy to find. But yeah, I really love this outfit with the jeans with kind of like iron on designs or maybe embroidery on, and then this windbreaker that's super colorful. And even her makeup is a little bit colorful. It has a turquoise color. And then I give her hoop earrings that are gold, and then I give her round sunglasses that have gold rims, and it just works so well. I think I start doing her formal look before I realize, like, wait a minute, she needs round glasses on, because I don't know why. It just worked 100% so good. And if you guys go to the gallery to download them, they'll have all their outfits made up in their style. It's just I don't show them all here because it would be too long of a video otherwise. I really just wanted a short video for this one. And for her formal look, it's a little out there. It's not exactly like 70s or in keeping with a specific theme. It's just colorful, bright and colorful. I feel like she'd kind of be more out there and willing to experiment. So she has this floral top, a pencil skirt, and then I think nude leggings and nude shoes. So it's definitely kind of like a statement. I feel like she could like show up to like a business party in this and kind of knock everyone off their feet. Like, she's a confident sim, that's for sure. And then I give her the Kijiko lashes in this outfit. I don't have them on my Tumblr. I don't know if you know of Kijiko eyelashes. They're quite popular, but if you just search up Kijiko, Kijiko, then you will be able to find them super easily. And the ones that I have are the glasses type. They're not default lashes or anything. But anyway, here are the screenshots. We have one of Grace, one of Marissa, and one of Sheree, and all the girls together. I really hope you enjoy. Like and subscribe, please. I love you all. Goodbye!